Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another food review. I'm BigLT.
I'm SFParker.
I was supposed to say it that way this whole time, and I keep introducing myself, then saying the food review, and then having you do it. It's like that's wrong. I was saying that in my head.
Just a couple of times. You're good. You're good.
Okay.
I think we're losing you. We've lost your whole forehead.
That's fine.
Are you sure?
It's fine as long as I can see my face. It's fine.
Okay.
I'm just really tall. That's my problem. I'm just a tall
You need to
person.
slouch more. You don't usually recommend that.
No. But anyway, another Valentine thing for you guys. This is Starburst Conversation Hearts. There's only two flavors. There is cherry and strawberry. I actually bought these at Dollar General. I think, Dollar General. $1. Of course,
Nice.
by the time this goes live, they'll probably be gone.
I'm not getting any immediate smell in the box except for box smell.
Oh, geez, these are small. They're thinner than I thought.
Oh, yeah.
These...
And they are... Ooh, they're more, what's that hard wafer candy?
Oh, Sweet Tarts?
Yeah. The texture just on my fingers just reminds me of when I hold a sweet tart.
Yeah.
So they've got little sayings on the box.
Mm.
And, oh yeah, they are on here. What I don't understand is the Be Pink saying. Like, I understand, so I got your fave, you got this. I do like the you got this. I feel like that's an everybody, like, inspiration right there.
Mm-hmm.
Juicy, which we're not going to talk about what I said before this video.
No.
Oh, there's an emoji on this one. It's the little kissy face emoji.
I got XOXO.
And then we got another kissy face. The box shows there should also be the original heart, not the emoji, but like I forget what you call it. It's up here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's when you use the two computer keys. The
Three? Is it the 3 and the V? Or the...
It's the sideways V, but I forget what it's called in math.
It's either less than or greater than.
I don't know if it's the less than or greater than, but it makes a little heart symbol sideways.
3 is like this. Greater than.
And there's your sweet.
It's greater than.
It's the greater than?
Yep. If it's pointing to the right, it means it's greater than. If it's pointing to the left, it means it's less than.
Okay.
Because I've always remembered this. Here's how we were learning this in my school.
Oh yeah, these are very much like sweet tarts.
This is how we learned this in my school when I was learning about the less than and greater thing. Teacher said, look at the symbol. If you draw some sharp teeth on the inside, going up and down, going in the inside of it, it's an alligator's teeth. It's an alligator's mouth. So the alligator is chomping down on the number.
That can apply in both directions, though.
Yes, that's the whole idea. That's the whole idea of it. So, if the alligator is pointing to the left, it's greater than. If it's pointing to the right,
Because the equation is read number, symbol, number.
Yeah.
So if your number is...
So it's like...
So if your number is X and your symbol is...
Well, actually, wait. I got that backwards.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think you have it backwards.
Yeah, it's 4. So they say the first number is a 4. And then you have the symbol going like well, for me personally, it's like this, but greater than 3. So the alligator is chomping down on the smaller number. So
Yep.
if the alligator mouth is pointing to the right, it is greater than. If it's pointing to the left, it's less than.
I always thought it was the opposite, but I'm going to take your word for it. Not because I'm questioning whether you're right or wrong, but because I'm not good at math. And this is not a girl stereotype. Genuinely, my brain just does not wrap around to math the way it does for other people.
None of my friends like math. At least like...
It isn't that I dislike math. Math is fine. It's just no matter how well I studied, no matter how many times I crunched the numbers, no matter how many times I went over it, I still always get something wrong. I don't think I ever got better than a B because my brain just misses things with numbers. I don't know why.
My friends, and I'm pretty sure I'm correct about this. If not, they can call me out on this. But Scotty doesn't like math. He has a hard time with that. Roby doesn't like math. I think he has a hard time with that. I could be wrong. Don't. I know for a fact Travis doesn't understand math.
Oh, hashtag do you. That's a little cringy. Sorry, it is.
But I do have a few friends who are probably pretty good at math, like Jordan, obviously, because he works at Walmart. I think you need to be. I think if you work at Walmart, you might need to know a little math skills. Though
I don't know.
he stocks shelves.
They almost hired me at one point when I considered it, and I'm not good at math, so that's the whole thing.
Your mom had to, though, I would imagine, because
My mom was always decent with math, though.
Yeah, well, the reason why I'm saying like her mom would have to is because she was kind of working at the customer service and she had to do money related stuff.
Like I've worked a register before, but the register does a lot of heavy lifting with math, thankfully.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is. It's. Oh, come on. Hold on.
Yeah, I tried that. You can't see it.
No, I can do it. I can do it. The shadow from my thumb is the problem. Come on. You got it. You can kind of see it. There we go. Now you can see it. That's what we've been talking about. We're dorks for it. So yeah, I would say these are very similar in texture and consistency, both in the way they feel and the way they are in your mouth with Sweethearts.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not too chalky. They definitely have that little bit of chalkiness going on. The flavors are really good.
Well, here's the thing. For me, consistency-wise, these remind me more like taste, texture, and all that stuff. They're more resembling to me for sweet tarts than they are with the actual sweethearts.
Yeah, no, Sweethearts are way more chalky than this, and they're thicker, and they're sweeter. These are definitely closer to Sweet Tarts in the sense that they've got that little sour zing to them.
Actually, no, wait. Okay. Now I remember something else. And I think this is
There's another candy that's a wafer or something that's very similar to this.
I just realized this. I take it back when I said sweet tarts. I forgot. These ones were always my favorite candy when I was growing up. It's Smarties.
Smarties, there we go. These are very similar to Smarties.
Yeah.
Not as thick, but very similar.
Yeah, it's Smarties. That's the one.
I would say these do not really taste like Starburst though, and I think that's because the experience with Starburst isn't just the flavor, it's the texture. And they've always been very chewy, and it always causes a lot of saliva buildup. With this, I'd say it's the right flavor, but because of the chalky consistency, you don't feel like you're eating something that's Starburst related.
I disagree.
Oh, you do?
I'm actually getting a lot of juicy saliva flavored stuff in my mouth every time I bite these. Like it reminds me of Starburst. I can get like that juicy. I think because the chalkiness of the candy mixes in with my saliva, and I could get that juicy.
I mean, I am getting it, but not more than normal.
No, I'm getting it just as much as I eat a Starburst.
See, I thought I was just getting the juicy saliva because it's sour, not because of it being Starburst. Now, that doesn't mean this isn't good. Like, this is really, really good.
Speaking of Smarties, have you ever tried the Smarties lollipops?
I have. And you know what?
What's up?
I think that this could also be very similar to the Smarties lollipop. Smarties is a very consistent texture, and these are very close to that.
I will say, when those lollipops, I always bite them.
Yep. No, I cannot help myself. I've mentioned it in a previous video, but I do bite the hard candies, and so yes, I also bite the Smartie lollipops. Now, in terms of, it's just supposed to be cherry and strawberry?
Yep.
I don't really get either of those flavors. I get what I call the red flavor, where you put a generic red candy in your mouth and you're like, yeah, that's probably cherry or strawberry or something like that. So I would say in terms of like cherry flavor, not super strong like it would be with a Starburst. Strawberry flavor, not as strong. In fact, because there's a sour hint, I almost mistook it for pink lemonade. But
That'd be an interesting one.
The strawberry, though, from Starburst is very similar to their pink lemonade. So it's probably just that the strawberry is coming out stronger than any of the cherry has been.
Okay.
It's not a bad thing. I like it. Now, whether or not it's supposed to be two separate flavors, Like the darker pink hearts are cherry and the lighter ones are strawberry. I can't tell. But then again, like I said, I'm not really sensing a difference.
I think it's because it's just dark in here right now. We only have one light source.
No, I don't mean in color. I mean in taste. If I were to put a light pink one and then eat a dark pink one, I don't know if I'd be able to tell which one is cherry and which one's strawberry.
I do agree with her on that.
Okay, you think the flavors are closer? Because usually you can tell the difference between cherry and strawberry, but I think it has less to do with the strawberry and more to do with the cherry is just too subtle of a flavor. That they
But
could
other
push a
than
little
that,
harder on it.
the juiciness of the flavor, I can get that just fine. But anyway, ready,
So, yeah.
ready for the rating?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Brain, you win. 9.5 out of 10.
I'm going to give it a 7.
Okay.
And that is partially bias in the sense that I've never really been a huge fan of chalky candies. If you like Smarties or Sweet Tarts, then easily this candy for you is going to be your score. If you're not a huge fan of chalky candies, like I'm not, a 7 is probably a pretty good way to go because it's not a bad candy. It's definitely, if you were to give me a box of these Starburst hearts versus Sweet Hearts, the traditional one, I would choose the Starburst one because they taste better in my opinion. If you were to have me choose between Smarties, Sweet Tarts, and this, there's no choice there because they're all kind of the same for me.
Mm-hmm.
But if you gave me the option of an entirely different candy versus this, and that candy's not chalky, I'll probably always choose that candy because I have a preference for non-chalky candy.
Okay. Anyway, thanks so much for watching this food review. Of course, I've been BigLT.
I'm an SFParker.
We'll see you guys next time for another food review. Have a good day. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.